Hello students, in the first video we have observed regarding the microbes in human welfare, that is the first content, microbes, how it is to be used in the household products like the preparation of curd, and now it is also been used to prepare the duff formation, and as well as toddy, a traditional drink what we have observed prepared from the sap of the palm tree. And now, apart from that, we have also observed about the different kinds of cheeses. The different kinds of cheeses that what we have observed according to your syllabus, that is mainly that is Propionium bacterium shermani. This is the bacterium which is to be used to prepare one of the important cheeses, Swiss cheese. It is to be prepared from Switzerland. So it has been observed earlier, Switzerland, that is by the name Swiss cheese. And now, apart from that, one more cheese it is going to be observed, that is Roquefort cheese. This Roquefort cheese is normally prepared by means of Penicillium roqueforti. It is a kind of fungus. So in this way, two kinds of the cheeses it is going to be observed. Two kinds of cheeses are going to be observed. Various kinds of cheeses are there, but now as far as your syllabus part is considered, two types of the cheeses are there. One is prepared from the bacterium, Propionium bacterium shermani. Another one is used, that is by means of a fungus, that is Roquefort cheese. The fungus name is Penicillium roqueforti. What kind of the difference is in these two cheeses? ಏನು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟೈಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ Swiss cheese, it consisting of large holes. Why the large holes are there? It is because of discharge of the carbon dioxide. The large holes which makes even the softening. So that is the nature of the Swiss cheese. And the Roquefort cheese is normally having small holes as compared to the Swiss cheese, little bit hardened than what we have observed here. That is why I told you earlier, based on the texture, flavor and the taste, the cheeses are going to be divided into two kinds. So this is an important question as well as the theory and the CET part, that what you have to remember, two kinds of cheeses. In the curd we have used the word lactobacillus, lactic acid bacteria, inoculum. Inoculum is nothing but the starter. Whenever we are normally adding a drop of curd in the milk, so automatically what will happen? Fermentation is going to be taking place, or the splitting of the milk products are going to be taking place. That's what we have seen earlier. So microbial activity occurs, then the curdling process begins. That's what we have discussed. Inoculum word we have to be remember in that region. So apart from that, I also told you that what are the uses of the fermented food, specifically curd and as well as even the duff formation what we have studied, like the bread preparation and as well as idli, fermented food what we are going to be called as. What are the uses of the curd? Curd is responsible for the increase the vitamin B12. Curd is responsible for increase the vitamin B12. Apart from that, we have also observed that the curd is also responsible for the checking the harmful microbes which is present in the stomach. So apart from that, they are also normally acting as probiotics. So fermented food, we have to observe that mainly two things. That is, one thing is acting as probiotic, easy to digest. Digestion becomes very easy when we are going to be collecting the food material, that what we have discussed in the earlier class. Right. So these are all that what we have studied in the previous video. Now today we are going to observe that how these microorganisms are useful in the industries. Microorganisms, how they are going to be used in the industries. So whenever we are going to be used in the industries, ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ದ ಫರ್ಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್. Fermentation, how it is going to make when we are going to prepare certain food material or the fermented food material in a large scale. Large scale ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ or microorganism grow ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, so what we are going to observe that we require require a large container. We require large container or vessels. So these vessels are the container what we can call as normally either bioreactor. It is considered as a bioreactor or fermenters. Microorganisms in industries we are using. In industry we are using means we require large quantity. For the sake of large quantity of producing the microorganisms, we require large vessels. So those vessels are called as bioreactors or fermenters. They are going to be called as fermenters. Fermenters, you can observe that normally bioreactors are the fermenters. Why we are going to be called as fermenters? Because of fermentation is going to be taking place. Culturing of bacteria is going to be observed. How the culturing of bacteria, even we can observe that if we require small, it is to be required means it is in the petri dish. But now we require large scale means large vessels are going to be required. So these vessels are called as fermenters, are also called as bioreactors. So now, what are the main important products? It is going to be used, it is prepared in industries. Industrially, ಯಾವ product ನಾವು prepare ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ by using the microorganisms. ಅಂದ್ರೆ one is beverages. Beverages, and the second one is antibiotics. So now, so many things are there that we are going to discuss later on, but now here, as we are observing regarding the vessels. So now, in industries, specifically, we are normally producing the certain products like beverages and antibiotics. We require microorganisms. ಇವೆರಡೂ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು microorganisms ಬೇಕು. Microorganisms ನಾವು ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ small regions or small vessel is not required. We require large vessels. So, for the sake of industrial aspect, we require large vessels. Why? For what purpose these vessels are required? These vessels are required mainly for the production of normally microorganisms or the growing up of microorganisms. We require large vessels. So these vessels are called as normally fermenters. These are called as fermenters. ಹೌದಾ? ಇಬ್ಬರು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ರೈಸ್ ಕುಕ್ಕರ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Suppose 500 students are there, 500 people are there means we require large cookers. Like that, here we are growing the microorganisms, not in the house, for the sake of industrial purpose. That is why we require large vessels. So these vessels are called as fermenters. This is the first point what we are going to observe. Next is, in the industry, certain products are going to be prepared. ಯಾವ product ಇವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ beverages and antibiotics. So, beverages, already you know that. Beverages, first we have to observe regarding the beverages. Antibiotics we will study later. So now, ಮೊದಲನೇ point, ಏನು ನೋಡಿದೆವು? First point what we have observed that the meaning of fermenter. Meaning of fermenter. Second one what we are observing that beverages. So now here we are going to observe that what do you mean by the term beverage? Beverage is certain drinks that what we are going to observe that various beverages are there. Even other than the water, what we are observing that water is not considered as a beverage, but whatever we are going to be collecting other than the water, like certain cold drinks are also there. This is also considered as a beverage. But now here we are going to observe that the beverages are normally considered as in this part is fermented beverage. Soft drinks that whatever we are observing that they are also considered as beverages. ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಶರಬತ್ ಕುಡಿದ್ರೆ ರಸನ what we are drinking, they are also considered as beverages. beverages, no doubt. But now what we are observing here, fermented beverages. Fermented beverages means here alcohol. Fermented beverages are nothing but the alcohol, that what we are observing in this. So now second one is beverages. Beverages nalli what kind of beverage we are going to observe here? Fermented beverages. Fermented beverages nalli ಎರಡು ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಒಂದು, that is two kinds, that what we are observing, that alcohol or even ethanol. Alcohol or the ethanol, that what we are observing this. Now how these fermented beverages are going to be prepared? Fermented beverages ಇಂದ ನಾವೇನು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಇಥೆನಾಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ದ ವಾಟರಿ ಆರ್ ದ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್. ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ನಿಂದ ತಯಾರಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಾವೇನು ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಫರ್ಮೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಬೆವರೇಜಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಬೆವರೇಜಸ್. It does not contain the alcohol. Alcohol ಇರಲಾರ್ದ ನಾವೇನಂತೀವಿ? Usually beverages. With alcohol, that what we are observing, that fermented beverages. From this certain food, that is the raw materials are going to be required for the sake of fermentation. A raw materials ಯಾವಂದ್ರೆ raw materials it is going to be used for the fermentation. ಅಂದ್ರೆ alcohol prepare ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ certain raw materials are going to be required for the sake of preparation of the fermented beverages. We require certain raw materials. The extraction is going to be taking place. However, normally you can see that malted cereals, barley and malted cereals are going to be there, and even fruit juices. These are the raw materials that is going to be used. These are the raw materials that is going to be used for the sake of fermentation. Even the fermentation ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ alcohol production ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆದರೆ how we are going to make the fermentation, that is important. So far what we have studied, step by step we are going to observe that one is meaning of fermenter. For the sake of industrial activity we require large vessels. They are called as fermenters. Then what we have observed, that in industry what kind of the fermented materials are going to be used, what kind of the production is going to be taking place. One is beverage, second one is antibiotics. Now we are observing the beverages. Beverages are the soft drinks, that what we are observing. But now here in this part we are normally observing the fermented beverages. So that we are that beverage contain alcohol, fermented beverages. And how this alcohol is going to be extracted? It is going to be extracted by means of certain raw materials. Raw materials are malted cereals and the fruit juices. The raw materials what we are observing here, malted cereals and the fruit juices, or even we are going to be called as barley. Barley is one of the important raw material. It is going to be used for the sake of fermentation. Right. Now second one is, third one what we are observing here. So far we have studied that the extraction of the alcohol. Ee fermentation agಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ microorganism is also important. What kind of microorganism is required here? Microorganism ಯಾವುದು ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ alcohol ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ or ethanol ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ microorganism is required. The microorganism is yeast. Yeast is the one of the microorganism. It is normally derived from the fungus, single cell, that what we are observing that. So it is a microorganism, and now it is going to be used in the bakery products. That is why it is also called as brewer's yeast. It is also called as brewer's yeast. Yesterday I told you that it is useful in the production of bread. So here also it is considered as a brewer's yeast. So what we are observing, that alcohol preparation is there. Alcohol preparation ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ raw materials are going to be required. ಈ raw materials fermentation ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ If the fermentation is going to be taking place, then what we require is, we require microorganism, that is yeast. So now yeast glucose they combine automatically they are going to be releasing acidic substance. Yesterday what we have discussed here, like that here also alcohol or the ethanol is going to be produced. So in this way yeast is considered as a brewer's yeast. Scientific name what we have observed here is Saccharomyces. This is an important part. We can observe that yeast is now commonly called as yeast, but now scientific name that what we are observing that Saccharomyces cerevisiae. This is the name of the microorganism that what we are going to observe. Previous class I told you regarding the preparation of cheese. Adaralli Swiss cheese, Propiani Bacterium Shermani. Here we have to remember the kind of microorganism that is important. So now Saccharomyces cerevisiae. It is used in the preparation of the bakery products or even bread, bakery products, and also important source of preparation of alcohol. So by adding the yeast in certain that is material, food material, what we are saying that like malted cereals and the fruit juices. Fruit juice remove, for example, grapes. Is it not? So what will happen here later on, if you are keeping for longer time, smell longer, that is the alcoholic smell is going to be taking place. So in this way, any type of material, if you are adding the yeast is normally reacting with the glucose content of that and releasing the alcohol or the ethanol. So this is what we are observing that the fermented beverages. Fermented beverages, alcohol now extract ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಎದರಿಂದ extract ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? From the malted cereals or the fruit juices. Which microorganism is essential for this? Yeast. Yeast is also called as brewer's yeast, and scientific name is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. That's what we have to be observing. Now next one is the algae. Now we have to observe that kinds of fermented beverages. Alcohol ನಿಂದ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Fermented beverages have types of fermented beverages. Types of fermented beverages. ಇಷ್ಟು ತನಕ ನಾವೇನು ನೋಡಿದೆವು? Fermented beverages ಎದರಿಂದ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಇಂದ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ? Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Now what are the fermented beverages? Fermented beverages have a note. Fermented beverages means I told you earlier itself that is containing alcohol. Fermented beverages are normally that already we know that many people you can see that whiskey, brandy, rum, wine and beer. These are normally considered as whiskey, brandy, rum, wine and the beer. These are normally considered as fermented beverages. Varieties are there. Now so many varieties are there that I don't know, but even though some of them that what we have observed here, and even in your syllabus also, whiskey, brandy, rum, wine and the beer. These are considered as fermented beverages. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ there are two kinds of the fermented beverages that what we have observed here. ಹೌದಾ? Types of fermented beverages ನಲ್ಲೇ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಪರೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. Some of the beverages are normally produced by distillation process. Some of them they are going to producing by means of the distillation process. Distillation. Some of them are producing without distillation. Some of them are produced without distillation. So now what we have observed here, whiskey, brandy, rum, these are the fermented beverages. It has been prepared by distillation process. I told you that depending upon the raw materials we are using, depending upon the raw materials we are using for the fermentation. So different kinds of the beverages are going to be found here. One is distillation, another one is without distillation. Some of the fermented beverages are normally prepared by means of without distillation. Some of them are with distillation. What do you mean by term distillation process? Distillation means what? Distillation is nothing but a liquid has been extracted with the help of boiling. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ನಾವು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ತಗೋತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಲೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್. ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ತಗೋತೀವಿ. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮೊಲಾಸಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. Whenever they are preparing jaggery, so that molasses is supposed to be boiling continuously. Whenever they are boiling, you can observe that alcohol is going to be extracted. That is normally formed from distillation process. Percentage of alcohol is more in this region, distillation. Percentage of alcohol is less. Wine and beer. Wine and beer, it has been prepared without distillation. Whiskey, brandy, rum with the distillation. ಅಂದರೆ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟೆಡ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್. ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಥೆನಾಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ these are what we have observed, that the whiskey, brandy, rum, distillation and without distillation. So many things are there. That is what we have observed, that these are considered as alcoholic products. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ alcoholic products. Wine, beer ನಲ್ಲಿ alcohol ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. It is also consisting of the alcohol, but percentage is less as compared to this. So in this way, normally types of fermented beverages we have tried that these are the alcoholic drinks. Even non-alcoholic is also there. It's not there for your service, but now you can see that these are the alcoholic beverages. What we are observing, non-alcoholic beverages are also there. Non-alcoholic beverages have fermentation is to be taking place by means of coffee seeds and even tea. So now these are all considered as non-alcoholic. Tea leaves ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, aroma ಅಂತ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Whenever so that the smell occurs. ಚಹಾ ಕುಡಿತೀವಿ, relaxation. That what we are going to be observing. So in this way, they are the non-alcoholic. These are the alcoholic beverages. Non-alcoholic can better, but now at least we have to remember these things. Followed? So whatever we have studied so far, that is the beverages part. ಯಾವ beverages ಇರ್ತವೆ? Fermented beverages. Fermented beverages ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, that what kind of the important thing it is going to be found here, alcohol or the ethanol. Alcohol and ethanol, if you want to extract this, there is one microorganism, that is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. When we are adding the Saccharomyces cerevisiae, commonly called as yeast, in certain food material, or what we are observing at the malted cereals and fruit juices. So what we have here, we are normally extracting certain alcoholic products. A malted cereals in the, that is what we have observed at barley. ಅದರಿಂದ ಫರ್ಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ ನಾವೇನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬೀರ್, ವೈನ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಇವನ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲಿಕ್ ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲಿಕ್ ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ಸ್. ನಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲಿಕ್ ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಟೀ, ಕಾಫಿ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ದ ಫರ್ಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ನಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲಿಕ್ ಬೆವರೇಜಸ್. So here what we are observing the alcoholic beverages only. Understood these points? So next we are going to move about the antibiotics. ಈಗ beverages are there. Next part is the antibiotics. Antibiotics, here we have to observe that second one is among these antibiotics. So now, anti means oppose, bio means life, or oppose anಬೋದು, opposite anಬೋದು. So now here we can observe that antibiotics opposing life or opposing the life with what? Antibiotics. So here we are observing that certain disease causing organisms are existing in our body. For killing those organisms we are using antibiotics. So in turn these antibiotics are prepared from microorganisms. Antibiotics are prepared from microorganisms. Remember this point. Microorganisms are culturing of bacteria in the petri dish which may take place with a certain amount of the nutrients are going to be adding in that at a particular temperature. In the laboratory we are going to prepare it, and now we are normally using that in the medicinal purpose. So whatever we are taking the antibiotics, it has been prepared from the microorganisms. For what purpose we are normally preparing? For the sake of killing of certain microorganisms which are normally harming us. ಯಾವ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಹಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಅವನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಿಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಆಂಟಿಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ಸ್. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪೆಟ್ರಿ ಡಿಶ್ ನಾವು ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಬಟ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ prepared in the form of tablets that already you know them. So many antibiotics are there, you can observe them. So now antibiotics meaning we have tried them. Antibiotic andre this is the medicine, it is going to be killing the harmful microbes. adakke anti aw harmful microorganism ke opposite madidre kill madidre ಹೊಡೆದು ಹಾಕ್ತಾವೆ. So that is not opposing life, means it is not threatening to our life. It is normally threatening to those microorganisms which are existing in our body and they are causing harm. What we are going to observe, right? These antibiotics normally first time ಮೊದಲನೇ ಸಲ antibiotics it has been prepared are normally observed by Alexander Fleming. It has been observed by Alexander Fleming. So normally you can observe that in the 20th century, what we have observed that the antibiotics are going to start preparing. Antibiotics prepare ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ 20th century, that what we are going to observe. Alexander Fleming, the first person normally worked on the antibiotics. Antibiotics ಮೇಲೆ first ಮೊದಲನೇ ಸಲ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದವರು Alexander Fleming. So now here what he has been observed, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿರಪ್ಪ Alexander Fleming, how they have prepared the antibiotics. The question is going to be asked, write a short note on antibiotics. Question ಯಾವ ತರ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, write a short note on antibiotics. ಮೊದಲನೇದು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಬರೀತೀನಿ. We have to write the definition. Antibiotics are those the chemical substances. It is normally useful for killing the harmful microbes present in our body. And now the second part is Alexander Fleming worked normally on the microorganism itself. Microorganism ಮೇಲೆ work ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. How we are going to prepare the antibiotics. Antibiotics prepare ಮಾಡೋದಂತ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ಬಂತು. How he is going to be normally observed that this is the antibiotic only. ಅಂತ ಒಂದು simple experiment he has been made. That what we are going to discuss. So now first time we can observe that Alexander Fleming worked on normally staphylococcus. Very simple thing, you can observe that antibiotics first time it has been observed. Antibiotics first time it has been prepared by, that is Alexander Fleming. Alexander Fleming worked on certain microorganism. ಅದು ಯಾವ microorganism ಅಂದ್ರೆ staphylococcus. Staphylococcus microorganism ಮೇಲೆ work start ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. He has been worked on the staphylococcus. Remember this. All these are the CET questions. Staphylococcus ಮೇಲೆ work start ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. So now the simple process what he has been observed that. So now ಒಂದು petri dish ಮೇಲೆ he took two petri dishes. What I am normally giving an example. ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಟೆಫಿಲೋಕಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ಡ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ದಟ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನೋ ದಟ್ he want to grow staphylococcus. normally you can see that curing certain throat problem, that what we are going to observe that. So now in the these are the petri dishes which contain Staphylococcus. Staphylococcus bacteria culture ಮಾಡೋದಂತ decide ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. He want to be study with the Staphylococcus. He took two petri dishes. So in these two petri dishes, we want to culture certain amount of bacteria that is named as Staphylococcus. Now what has been happened that in one petri dish, ಎರಡು petri dish ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು petri dish ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದವ unwashed petri dish, ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎರಡು petri dish ತಗೊಂಡು, petri dish ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಲ್ಯಾಬೋರೇಟರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಎರಡು petri dish ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು petri dish ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದವ unwashed petri dish as it is it. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು petri dish, one more petri dish you can observe that the it has been washed. ಎರಡು ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಟು, ಒಂದು unwashed petri dish, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು washed petri dish, clean ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಟು. Now culture begins. Within a few hours, you can observe that enormous amount of the Staphylococcus bacteria has been generated. Idu washed petri dish. This is unwashed. So now what will happen here? Important thing I am telling you that unwashed petri dish ಮತ್ತು washed petri dish ಅಂದ್ರೆ cleaned petri dish ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ. Unwashed petri dish also normally has been cultured. So now what will happen here? In the washed petri dish, enormous amount of the Staphylococcus bacteria has been generated. ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು Staphylococcus bacteria generated ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ washed petri dish ನಲ್ಲಿ. Unwashed petri dish ನಲ್ಲಿ there will be no growth of the Staphylococcus bacteria. Staphylococcus bacteria usually growth agilla. Why it has been not grown? It has been observed that normally at the corner of the sides of the petri dish you can observe that certain mold has been grown. So small amount of the mold. ಈಗ bread mold ಅಂತ ನಾವೇ ಕರೀತೀವಿ, mold formation. Bread ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು compress ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಟಾಗ heat bread, anaerobically you can observe that after few days you open that black color region of mold formation is going to be taking place. Same manner, unwashed petri dish ನಲ್ಲಿ he has been observed the mold on the petri dish. So this he has been observed at the fungus. A fungus it has been grown on the petri dish. Petri dish ನಲ್ಲಿ fungus growth ಆಗಿತ್ತು. When the fungus is to be there, ಯಾವಾಗ fungus growth ಆಗಿತ್ತು, at that moment Staphylococcus bacteria has not been generated. This we have to keep in mind. So now here enormous amount of the Staphylococcus bacteria has been generated. ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು growth ಆಯಿತು. But now in this we can observe that Staphylococcus bacteria has not been generated. Then you wondered what is the reason behind that? ಅಂದ್ರೆ unwashed petri dish ನಲ್ಲಿ usually fungus growth ಆಗಿತ್ತು. In the mold formation, fungus growth ಆಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ because of the growing up of fungus, normally Staphylococcus bacteria has not been generated. ಈ fungus growth ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ Staphylococcus bacteria generate ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. So in this condition, normally it has been observed that this mold is to be considered as an antibiotic. ಹೌದಾ? ಅಲೆಕ್ಸಾಂಡರ್ ಫ್ಲೆಮಿಂಗ್ ತಲೆಯೊಳಗೆ ಏನು ವಿಚಾರ ಬಂತು? Why don't we use this mold to depress this kind of microorganism? Suppose in our body Staphylococcus bacteria is there. Suppose in our body different kinds of bacteria are there. Then why don't we use this kind of mold? ಈ mold ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ then it is going to be normally inserting the animals or the human beings. That is a kind of antibiotic ಅಂತ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿ. So in this way it has been observed that how the antibiotics are going to be prepared. Write a short note on antibiotics ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಇದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Alexander Fleming first worked on a bacteria called as Staphylococcus. So he took the petri dish, two petri dishes, that what we have observed that one is washed petri dish and another one is unwashed petri dish. So now in this, important thing is both the petri dishes normally containing the same nutrients which are necessary for the growing up of the microorganism. Yav microorganism? Staphylococcus. So now after few hours in the washed petri dish, we have observed that sufficient growth of the microorganism. Unwashed petri dish ನಲ್ಲಿ microorganism growth ಆಗಲ್ಲ, stunted growth of the microorganism. It is because of the fungal growth. ಅವನೇನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ? ಫಂಗಲ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೌಲ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ he has been observed that this is supposed to be used for medicine purpose. Medicinal purpose ಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಅಲೆಕ್ಸಾಂಡರ್ ಫ್ಲೆಮಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Earlier what we have observed that is why this mold or fungus has been named as Penicillium notatum. Penicillium notatum. Penicillium notatum ಅಂತ later on he has been named this fungus. ಈ ಫಂಗಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಅದು ಮೌಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ notatum ಅಂತ, that what we have observed that fungus ಗೆ penicillium ಅಂತ word ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. So now this fungus we are going to be called as Penicillium notatum. How he has been observed that this is the kind of antibiotic? Because if fungus is not there, growth of the microorganism or the staphylococcus may take place. Fungus ಇದ್ದ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ microorganism growth ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಇದೇ ಫಂಗಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಕಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಈಸಿಲಿ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ತಲೆ ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಅಲೆಕ್ಸಾಂಡರ್ ಫ್ಲೆಮಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್? ಸೊ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ such a thing. ಅವನು ನೋಡಿದಷ್ಟೇ, he has not been prepared a medicine and all those things, but Penicillium notatum ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. Later on few more scientists can observe that is Ernest Chain and Howard Florey. Important thing is Alexander Fleming first he has been observed that why don't we use ಅಥವಾ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ Penicillium notatum ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. And he has been thinking of that why don't we use this for a medicinal purpose ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ. Later on we can observe that Ernest Chain and Howard Florey, these two scientists we can observe that very important part we can see that these two scientists prepared antibiotics based on this. ಇವರೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? ಅದು antibiotics medicine prepare ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು by using the mold itself. So preparation of antibiotics are going to be different here. The preparation of antibiotics wood ಇದೆ, a wood ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು with the different molding has to be taking place. ಹೌದಾ? We have to prepare the door also, we have to prepare the bench also. But here also mold ಇದೆ, but this mold has been converted in the form of medicine. ಇದನ್ನ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. So in the form of medicine he has been prepared these two. ಹೌದಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು normally mold of the fungus, it has been normally used and prepared medicines. That is the two scientists are there, Ernest Chain and the Howard Florey. So now we can observe that ಮೊದಲನೇ ಸಲ Penicillium notatum, Penicillium notatum ಇದು ಒಂದು ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಯಿತು. It has been prepared and this is considered as an antibiotic. ಒಂದು injections of the liquid has been prepared by using the same mold. First ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡಿದವರು ಅಲೆಕ್ಸಾಂಡರ್ ಫ್ಲೆಮಿಂಗ್, ಅದನ್ನು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಟಿಂಗ್ antibiotics ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದವರು Ernest Chain and the Howard Florey. So these two scientists normally you can observe that they prepared an antibiotic Penicillium notatum. This first time it has been utilized. ಮೊದಲನೇ ಸಲ ಯಾರ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಯೋಗ ಆಯಿತು? First time it has been implemented to the American soldiers. American soldiers. American soldiers during the Second World War. Second World War ನಲ್ಲಿ so American soldiers ಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ if they are wounded the war you can observe that normally they are supposed to be giving the antibiotic penicillin rotatum and they cured. ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯ್ತು. ಯಾಕೆ? ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಟು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪೆನಿಸಿಲಿಯಂ rotatum. First time it has been implemented American soldiers during the Second World War whenever they were wounded. ಯಾವಾಗ ಗಾಯ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಅವಾಗ ಇದು ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದಟ್ in the year, this is an important part, you can see that in the year 1945, in the year 1945, in the year 1945, Ernest Chain, Howard Florey and Fleming. In the year 1945, Ernest Chain, Howard Florey and Fleming. ಈ ಮೂರು ಮಂದಿ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಬೆಲ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್. It has both all the three has been awarded the Nobel Prize because of the production of antibiotics. Antibiotics prepare ಮಾಡಿದಕ್ಕೆ Nobel Prize award. That what they have been awarded as a Nobel Prize because of normally they prepared antibiotics. So that normally you have to give that is salute to these people. Because of these people only now we are taking more and more antibiotics. Even though we can observe that the corona is there, antibiotic tablet is there and it has been normally giving. Adakke very important thing is these three scientists has been normally they have normally implemented the antibiotics. So in this way, ಇಲ್ಲಿ important part ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1945 ನಲ್ಲಿ they have awarded the Nobel Prize. And what kind of the microorganism the Alexander Fleming used for his experiment under Staphylococci? This we have to be the need question. You can observe that you have to remember the need question that what we have normally seen totally. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ important part ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Staphylococci ಇದೆ, Nobel Prize ಆಯಿತು. First time it has been applied the antibiotic ಅಂದ್ರೆ American soldiers who were wounded in the Second World War. Right. Apart from that, nowadays you can observe that after this penicillin rotatum we can observe that now this penicillin is going to be used on here. Diseases, several diseases where there plague was also there, plague, even leprosy was there, diphtheria was there, whooping cough. Whooping cough. ಈಗ leprosy ಕುಷ್ಠರೋಗ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So in this way what we are going to observe that plague, diphtheria, whooping cough, so all these, even leprosy, these are the diseases it has been cured by using such kind of microorganisms. So in this way microorganisms are going to be useful in several ways. So today what we have observed that how these microorganisms are going to be industrial. Continuation of this. What kind of acidic substances are going to be used, what kind of enzymes are going to be used by means of microorganism, what kind of bioactive molecules are going to be used. Same microbes industry nalline inna ಒಂದು part ಇದೆ that we are going to discuss with the next video. Next video ಬಂದಾಗ ಒಂದು 5 minutes we are going to recall those things, then we are going to discuss with the how these enzymes, organic acids are going to be prepared from the microorganisms. Right. Have a nice day.